call hello Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Baha Rakakadash, Yahweh being the name of your God, meaning He is, He exists, Bahashem in the name, Yahweh Shai being the name of whom we ignorantly call Jesus, who is the true Son of Yahweh that the Bible speaks of, who will be our deliverer in the time to come, which His name means deliverer, or He saves. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who do rule well. I am not a member of Great Millstone, yet I have entered into their labors and the water Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai for the understanding. This is, I really just want to use this video for, I know what I want to use it for, I'm just not quite sure what I want to title this. You know, I've brought this out, it'll come to me midway. But I'm going to let this play, and I'm going to compare and contrast that to Jake, to our people. Albeit, there could be confusion of face because, you know, you had the sub-Saharan slave trade where our people were scattered throughout these areas. So, of course, there are remnants. There could be the 1/3 here. Who knows? Nobody knows. But let me just go ahead and let this play. Hopefully you can see the subtitles.
هذه صنعاء.
So it's the capital of Yemen. I'm actually just going to bring out scriptures as they speak. I didn't fully watch this all the way through, so I'm just going to bring out some scriptures as they speak. So bear with me. I'm just going to put this up raw.
العاصمة اليمنية. فيروس كورونا يعصف بالعالم أجمع، بينما أسواق المدينة هنا لا تزال مكتظة.
ولا يكون لها خير، احنا مؤمنين واحنا مسلمين ومتكاتفين ان شاء الله ما يكون لها خير.
They said we're believers, we are Muslim, and we hope that's having faith that that virus will not affect them. And that's beautiful. Not big up in the religion of Islam. I'm big up in the faith because that is what we should have. And I'm not really talking to those of us who already know that this thing is all planned out and has to happen. In the sense, I'm talking to those who are still not yet awake. But in another sense, I am talking to us and preaching to self that this thing, that we already know that this whole thing is bull. That in the times to come, it's going to get rough. You're going to lose certain comforts. Your family is going to be the ones that are going to turn against you. And we cannot marvel. Remember, these things have to happen. So when we're maintaining that faith until the end, be faithful unto death, the scriptures say.
حين صور هذا الفيلم في 23 من نيسان إبريل، كانت دول أخرى قد أعلنت الإغلاق الكامل.
انتوا خايفين من الكورونا؟
So they asked him, do you fear the virus? And he said, no, we only fear God. So the first thing that I thought of was Luke 16:8. I'll read it out. And the Lord commended the unjust steward because he had done wisely, for the children of this world are in their generation wiser than the children of light. And we know according to these scriptures that we, the Israelites, are the children of light. Now, off face value, I'm going to just assume that, you know, he's part of the heathen nation. He would be the children of this generation. And having a zeal, and this could also equate to our people having a zeal, but not according to knowledge, all right? So that's Romans 10:2. For I bear them record that they have a zeal of God, but not according to knowledge. And how we could turn this into our people, a message for our people, is that Jesus can't save you. There is no Jesus. His name is Yahweh. If you're in these Christian churches praising to these pagan deities, because God could be anything. The scriptures say there are gods many, There are, you know what? Let me find that. Let me find that real quick for edification. First Corinthians 8:5. For though there be that are called gods, whether in heaven or in earth, as there are many gods, as there be. Let me start that over. Salakia. For though there be that are called gods, whether in heaven or in earth, as there be gods many and lords many. So when you're in church and they're talking about God, who are you talking to? How do you worship that God? You worship with following the law, statutes, and commandments, which they do not teach in the Christian church, which they do not teach in Islam or Buddhism or whatever religion you want to talk about. All right, let's go ahead and continue. It's only a 2-minute video. I'm just going to bring a couple more out, and then that'll be it. We welcome whatever God brings. This is the blind faith that we need. And I'm preaching to self. Now, not their God. We're talking about Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, our God. That's what we're speaking of. I'm just using this as a backdrop. I thought I needed to reiterate that. So let's see what a couple of scriptures about the fear of the Lord. Proverbs 28:14. Blessed is the one who fears Yahweh always, but whoever hardens his heart will fall into calamity. We'll get a couple more. 2 Corinthians 7:1. Since we have these promises, beloved, let us cleanse ourselves from every defilement of body and spirit and bring in holiness to completion in the fear of Yahweh. Luke 1:50. And his mercy is for those who fear him from generation to generation. Matthew 10:28. And do not fear those who kill the body but cannot kill the soul. Rather fear him who can destroy the body and soul in hell. And we know that hell is a condition, not a physical place. Because the Most High could kill you here and then bring you back as a baby just for judgment. Just to have you eaten by animals or anything. Don't play. This thing is not a joke. Your power, your God, whom we need to be intimate with, he is not a joke. He is not a God to be trifled with. And if you still in that Christian talk about Jesus is all love and all this other stuff, you're going to be in for a rude awakening. I promise you will. In the near future. And because this point is so important, I'm going to get a couple more scriptures. Deuteronomy 5:29. Oh, that they had such a mind as this always, to fear me and to keep all my commandments, that it might go well with them and with their descendants forever. But we didn't, which is why it didn't go well with us and our descendants, which is why it's not going well currently. Proverbs 8:13. The fear of the Lord is hatred of evil, pride and arrogance, and the way of evil, and perverted speech I hate. We'll get one more. Proverbs 1:7. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. Fools despise wisdom and instruction. Let's continue.
وهي نبتة منشطة ويعتبر مضغ أوراقها إدمانا متفشيا. تبدو المدينة في حالة نكران والسوق مزدحمة.
They said, the narrator said, here in this city, they're in denial, but there's nothing to be denial about. The only people who are in denial is the ones who trust in their enemy, Jacob.
كعادتها.
اسمعوا عن مرض كورونا.
بالنسبة عليك ما بنلقاه.
كيف ما هو مرض ما حد بيمسله.
ما نلقاه إن شاء الله.
بس يقولون ان الزحمه والاسواق هذه تخليه ينتشر بشكل اسرع.
ما فيش قلق عن السكينه الموجوده. راحت البلد خلاص ما كل شيء باين.
Now again, this is just how it is over there. I've been to that country. I've been to Iran. I've been to Iraq. This is just how, You know, the crowd, the personal space is not really a thing over there. Now, you see how the narrator tried, or the interviewer tried to spread that propaganda, and, you know, to the average American who believes in this thing, will look at the man like he's crazy. But this is how they're going to look at us for our blind faith. Now, if these heathen can believe in a false God, how much more your true and living power? Ecclesiasticus 38:4. The Lord hath created medicines out of the earth, and he that is wise will not abhor them.
ايوه لو في منع الدين اقل شيء يعني المدخول اليومي حقي الذي استطيع ان اقوت به بحالي يعني قد اجلس في البيت لكن الان الواحد ما يستطيع ان يجلس قوت يومه.
وش رايك بالزحمه هذه؟
الزحمه هي خطا لكن ما هذه عادات اليمنيين. عادات وتقاليد اليمنيين في القاهره.
بالزحمه
أيوة.
حتى ولو مرض.
حتى ولو مرض. شعب يمني لا يبالي.
So that's it for that. I just want to bring out a couple scriptures. I just wanted to show the idea that if heathen nations can have faith in a false God, then this is the type of blind faith that we need in the true and living God, whose name is Yahweh, whose Son, whom he will send to deliver us, is Yahweh Shai. Okay, I got this from a YouTube channel called Journeyman Pictures. You can go ahead and subscribe to them. They have many things on here that can be edifying. Also, they did a piece about 6 months ago with a nurse. I forget her name, it was about 6 months ago and she went to volunteer at the epicenter of this whole pandemic in New York when it first kicked off, and how they were saying how hospitals were overbooked and overcrowded. First of all, a hospital will always be crowded because it is a hospital. So you have to be cognizant of that sly tongue that serpent has. Of course hospitals are crowded. When have you ever went to an ER and it wasn't? But they don't mention that. They just let you tie two and two together. They're talking about Crown 1-9er, and then they say the hospitals are overcrowded. So she goes, and the hospitals were not overcrowded. In fact, well, they weren't overcrowded in the way that they were trying to insinuate, is what I'm saying. And they were saying people had the thing or had the crown, but they didn't actually have it. They were misdiagnosing people and putting them on ventilators, and people were dying, and she brought that out. I don't know where that's at on here. I'd imagine they've taken it down since then. Yeah, I'd imagine they've taken it down since then. Yeah, they did. I don't see it. But yeah, I hope this was it. I hope you brothers and sisters were edified. Call hello Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Kwam Yasharala, Abba Baba.